what do you think was your greatest story from the Mr. Cooper days?
Wow. The greatest story from Mr. Cooper days, we got a couple of them. His greatest stories from Mr. Cooper days. Woo. First, opening up for Richard Pryor. Probably the most incredible. He is my idol. You know, he's somebody I always looked up to. He's the one reason I got into comedy, and it allowed me to open up for Richard Pryor, to talk to him intimate. And he told me some things I'll never tell anybody, but it was deep, and I got a chance to open up and talk to Richard Pryor. Not too many comedians can say that. They opened up for Richard Pryor.
Right,
I was just opening act,
because
93!
Because when you really take a step back and you talk about the greatest stand-up comedians of all time, you'd be hard-pressed to say it's not Richard Pryor.
It is Richard Pryor. It is.
You know what I mean?
It is.
Who is better than Richard Pryor?
It is. He was the best.
White, black, Spanish, Asian, I don't care. I'm not going to put a race on it. The greatest stand-up comedian of all time. Now, there's quite a fight for number 2.
It made no difference.
But no one's going to say they're better than Richard Pryor.
Nobody, ever. And that was incredible. 2, I got a chance to play against Jordan. They did Space Jam on Warner Brothers lot. So every day I would work out in the morning, and Jordan, I mean, one thing about him, he really worked out. That season he came back, I honestly saw him every morning work out at 6. I would get to the gym and just work out. Jordan be there before me, 5:30 a.m. every morning. And I know them dudes that stayed up late. I was like, man. But he was dedicated. And so, the ball came up, and, we didn't even say anything. He threw the ball to me. I was talking my little shit. Yeah, we'll see. All right, my first jump, I made it. Oh, damn. I thought you had that. And then he got the ball, and he said, "What you looking at?" I said, "Oh, man." And he skunked me from there. He said, "What you looking at?" He caught me looking at him. And that's an incredible story to me.
So, Mr. Cooper ran for 5 seasons. Yeah. Why did it ultimately end?
Well, I don't know. The ratings were good. They got a new president in, I think. They changed the network president, and she wanted to, when they changed the network president, they want to bring their own show in so they can get their points.
Right.
So they tried to kill our show. They put us at 9:30 at night, but we still survived. When we came out the first year, we were top 12. First, with Black Show, people don't know that we made some history. And then they moved us to Friday at 9:30 after doing a top 10 share. But you couldn't kill us, and we kept going. And we had a great time.
So after 5 seasons, it finally ended.
Yes, 100 episodes.
How sad were you when you finally got that call to say, okay?
No, I knew it was ending.
Okay.
I knew it was ending. And if you look at the ending, the last part of Mr. Cooper, I put on the squirrel suit. I was supposed to marry Holly, and I didn't want to get married and just be married and the show done. So I said, no, I didn't want to get married, so I put on a squirrel suit. So at the end of Mr. Cooper, you see me with a squirrel suit on. Because I was crazy. But thank you, ABC. We had the greatest run of our life. And I want to do it again. That's what I want.
Bring it back?
I just want to come back to TV. I want the Mark Curry show.
Okay.
I want to tell my story, baby.
Okay. Well, you end up continuing to do a bunch of television. You were on the Jamie Foxx show.
Yep. Played Sergeant Easy, iconic character.
You were on the Drew Carey show.
Yeah.
Then you ended up on Kirstie Alley's show.
Yeah.
Fat actress.
That was great. They had me naked. I got naked.
You got naked.
Yeah, they had it. Yeah, nude scenes. I remember that. Yeah, that was crazy. I love that show because it wasn't a script. You could just say what you wanted. I never did anything like that. It was you just talk. Say anything you want. When I started talking, ask any question, it was like, wow. So I played Kirstie Alley's love interest. Mm-hmm. Hilarious.
So you're doing television and you're still doing stand-up the whole time.
Yes.
And which do you really love more? Is it the television or the stand-up?
Two different arts. I love them both dearly. They go hand in hand. I believe that if your stand-up is really working properly and you're doing very well, then it helps. It helps, with your, comedic timing on a television set. So
Good.
I love stand up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, people that, like I'm friends with Godfrey, and
Yeah, Godfrey's awesome.
I remember I asked him, how many stand-up shows do you do in a month? And he told me like 100 or something.
Yeah,
like some insane number, like
Easily.
multiple days a night, every night,
Yeah.
like everywhere.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
That's what we do. That's what we do.